Hi, my name is Sheena and you are watching Polvy Stories. So if you are new to my channel, I am an international student and I am here in London, Ontario. I am doing videos to help other people who are also interested in coming here. So this video will be about the things that we did when we got our visa approval. So I got this question from one of the viewers. I know it can get really overwhelming once you get your visa approval. Of course, there's the excitement. Yeah, you get your visa approval, but after that, you will be faced with the reality of how hard it is to move to another country. It requires a lot of work. So I would like to help you by giving you some ideas on the things that we did. So let's start. So I will be looking on my left from time to time because my notes is on my computer in front of me. So, okay. Number one, we booked a flight. Of course, it's important to book a flight way ahead so that you can get good deals. So we booked our flight directly through the website of Korean Air. That's what we used. We were originally planning to book a direct flight because we have two toddlers and we know how hard it is to travel with them. So we were originally planning to book a direct flight, but because it was already just 2 months prior to us leaving, so it got sold out. So we booked a flight which has only one layover. So from Manila, we had a layover at Seoul, Korea, and then from Seoul, Korea, we arrived in Toronto, coming here to London, Ontario. So next is we booked an Airbnb. So we didn't book right away a long-term apartment because we wanted to see the apartment first before we give our down payment. And there might be lots of scammers around, so you have to be very careful. You really have to give time into checking the apartments before you give the down payment. So I talked about this in my other video and I hope you will watch it. I will put the link in the description box below this video. So next is we booked a shuttle. So I know that Fanshawe has a free shuttle from the airport coming to London, Ontario for international students. But we were informed that because I will be coming with my family, I have to book a separate shuttle for myself, and then I will just have to reimburse it to Fanshawe. So what I did is we booked a shuttle from Toronto Airport straight to our accommodation here in London, the Airbnb that we booked. So we paid around $400 plus for our family. So me, my husband, and our two babies. What's good with it is they have child seat, so you don't have to worry about it. So yeah, we used Robert Q, by the way. I'm not in any way connected to them, but yeah, just to give you an idea, we used Robert Q for our shuttle. So number 4, we paid the remaining tuition fee. So we paid only the balance, the down payment to reserve a seat for me as an international student for my program. And then when we got our visa approval, we paid the remaining tuition fee. So if you applied and didn't get the visa approval, you can refund this the reservation fee. You can refund it anytime. So next is we opened a bank account in Canada while we were still in the Philippines. So we used CIBC and we opened an account from there. We were only asked to deposit 1,200 Canadian dollars, I think. And then once we arrived here in London, we just activated the account and that's it. We already have our debit card. We have our credit cards to use already. So the next thing that we did is we converted some of our peso money into Canadian dollars. So yeah, that's pretty straightforward. we we left some money, left some peso to our Philippine bank accounts just in case, because we are paying some of the things there in peso, so we didn't convert everything. Next is we got our certificate of driver's license from LTO in East Ave. So this is to make it easier for us to get a driver's license here in Ontario. I did a separate video of it. If you want to watch it, I will also place the link down below. So yeah, you get your certificate of driver's license from LTO main office, and then that's it. You will just present it to the Ministry of Transportation here in Ontario. So next is we got our certificate of vaccination for the kids. So we have 2 kids, and we know that when we come here, the schools will ask for the certificate of vaccination for our children. So I made sure that we will come here with that. So we went to their pediatrician and asked for it. Next thing is the certificate of vaccination from the Bureau of Quarantine. This is during the time of COVID. I think right now they're not requiring it anymore, but during our time, last year, 2022, we secured a certificate of vaccination from the Bureau of Quarantine for our COVID vaccination. So next is we shopped for heat tech, what they call this, heat tech blouse and leggings and some jackets. So we arrived here in April, and it was really cold because it's spring. So coming from the Philippines, we know that we will be needing the heat tech and the jackets. So we bought it from Uniqlo. There are also heat techs and jackets at Decathlon. Okay. So next is we were already packing our clothes as early as February, even though our flight will be on April, because we know we might forget a lot of things. So we already started packing as early as 2 months before the flight. Of course, we packed our clothes, and then we started looking for long-term accommodation. So let me explain this. You don't pay any down payment yet, but you have to know the area. So for example, before I transferred to another program, my campus was in London South. So I was looking for London South accommodations, just to know the price range, just to know the areas that are good. So you just have to familiarize yourself. When you have your free time, just look in Kijiji or Facebook Marketplace. You'll see a lot of them, so that you know where to look for when you come here. So next is, and I think this is the last thing, second to the last, is we visit the dentist. So it's expensive to have your teeth checked by a dentist here, although I think it's covered by our More Care. But we made sure that we did everything related to our health before we arrived here. So we went to the dentist, we went to the dermatologist for our facials and our derma consults and everything. So another thing that I forgot to mention is, prior to coming here, my husband already was looking for a job. So as early as February, when we got our visa approval, he was already sending his resumes and cover letters to various companies here in London, Ontario. And luckily, with the help of God, of course, he was invited for an interview on the first week that we came here, and he got the job. So my tip for you is, before coming here, especially for those who are on open work permit, send your resumes and cover letters prior to coming here, so that it won't be hard for you to look for a job here. So that's it. So yeah, I think I've mentioned everything. So if I forget something or you want to ask me more about it, just comment it down below and I will try my best to answer it. So yeah, those are the things that we did before coming here. Thank you very much for watching, and please consider subscribing. So I always say, if you're into entertainment and all that stuff, I'm sorry, but I'm not the channel for that. But if you are looking for information about international students, the life here in London, Ontario, then I can give it to you. So please subscribe, and thank you very much. See you in my next video.